Recording. So guys, this session is continuation toward the previous session where we discussed about the very basics of essay writing. Some of you were present, some of you were not present. So I will be having a recap, and whatever we did in previous session, those who have attended, it will be a added advantage to their side, and those who have not attended, it will be a normal session for you guys. It means no one will be at disadvantage at least. Fine. So, as I said that in the previous session, what we decided to do that in the flow of essay, first we will be having our focus on introduction, then the conclusion, then the structuring part of the essay. I will be coming to one of the essays of previous year, or not previous year, but it is present somewhere and it is good essay. Okay. So what I have to say, like for the introduction, can any one of you recall what I have said in the last session about the introduction? Anyone, please? It won't be a interactive session from my side this time because it will take your 40-45 minutes and it will be intensive session from my side. So in the starting, we can have it a little bit interactive. So any one of you, if can help in recalling what we did in the last session.
Hi, sir. Rishit this side.
Yes, Rishit.
Yes, sir. Yeah, last class you told about the introduction. There are three types of introduction: explanatory, quotation based, and anecdotes.
Fine. And which one is the introduction that we should avoid? I said.
Negative context types.
Okay. Apart from that, like explanation in these three, explanation mode will be our the last priority. Okay. So thank you, Rishit. I will ask again. Okay. So guys, what we decided that introduction will be of three parts or say three types. First, anecdote, quotations. Second, quotations. Third is explanation. So when I talk about anecdote, anecdote is basically a story, a conversation, or you can say a poem or the interaction between two institutions, individuals. So we say that type of introduction as anecdote mode. Second, quotation mode. Suppose whatever is in your essay, you remember a quotation related to that. Then you start your essay from the quotation itself. Then you move further to describe how that quotation is related to your essay, and then you open the dimensions of essay. Fine. Third mode is explanation mode. In explanation mode, what I have told you guys that whatever the statement, whatever the topic is given, you try to explain it through facts, definitions, and concepts related to that topic. So this was the introduction. So can anyone now tell me about what did I told about like what did I tell about conclusion part?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Paki, please speak.
So you said that the conclusion should be futuristic, application based, and explanatory mode. It should bring out some positive things.
Okay. Apart from that, one most important thing that I have said.
So can I say?
Yes, Shivangi.
Sir, you said that conclusion and introduction should be correlated in the same way.
Perfectly fine. That was I was looking. That's the point I was looking for. So when I say that we have to interrelate our conclusion and introduction, it means completing the circle actually. So while completing the circle, we again bring out our reader to the point where we have started, and it gives a wholesome picture to our reader. Essay is one of the most important thing in the UPSC examination as well as in your life. Because if you are able to put your thoughts, your expressions, your emotions in the form of essay or say in the form of long writing, then it not only shows that you are well organized, but it makes you presentable. Because the examiner at the UPSC or whoever so is reading your essay or long writing, he does not know you. He will understand your personality from your writing style, the way you put your thoughts. Now, coming to the conclusion, again, as they have said, for those who were not present in the last session, so conclusion is something where you have to be futuristic, you have to be positive, you have to show a way forward. But at the same time, conclusion should have a dimension that is ethical. Now, I will coming to the two most important paragraphs in our essay. First paragraph after introduction. That is our first paragraph from where our body starts. Can any one of you tell me what should first paragraph do?
It sets the tone of our essay. It
Perfectly
tells the,
fine.
it lets
So
us know
basically,
what we're going to say.
yeah.
Okay. Advait, you want to speak something?
So basically, what the first paragraph does is that it encapsulate the whole idea of the essay. मतलब essay में आप क्या discuss करने वाले हो, तो उसको encapsulate करके you can present so that the examiner is clear कि क्या we are going to explore in the essay.
Advait, are you trying to say that all the dimensions that are coming, that are bound
Yes, sir,
to
yes,
come in our essay is present in the first paragraph?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Anyone else? Okay, fine. So here I will not agree with Advait because in the starting cannot put all the points. So let it be surprising, like thing for the reader. If you put all the things in the very first paragraph, all the points that are you going to mention, then the flow of emotions is not there. Flow of essay is disturbed. Rather than what we can do, we can ensure that the first paragraph sets the tone, as Pake has mentioned. It will relate our introduction to the our body. So basically, first paragraph will be the paragraph where you are going to justify, agree, disagree, relate, interrelate your type of introduction and next paragraph. Okay, let me read some messages. Okay, conclusion should be positive. Fine, fine, fine. Then now coming to the first paragraph. First paragraph will also set tone for opening dimensions. If someone is unmute, please mute yourself. Adhika, please. Anirudh, you too. Let me mute. Fine. Where are we? Yeah. Then the second most important paragraph in the essay is paragraph before conclusion. Can anyone tell me what kind of paragraph it should be? Especially those who attended the last session. AK, you want to speak something?
हिस्टोरिकल सर, आपने बोला था मतलब
Last
GS।
paragraph, last.
अच्छा, लास्ट वाला क्या? सॉरी सॉरी सॉरी।
Yes,
Sir, ethical.
हाँ, इथिकल, राइट सर,
exactly.
इथिकल। हाँ
Perfectly fine. So those who are not present here. So now I will be talking about the flow of essay. I've already talked about introduction. I've already talked about conclusion. Now it should be about flow. So what people do, people either follow PASL approach, people open dimensions the way it comes in their mind, then they prioritize according to their understanding. So both the games are little futile. Then we had a middle path that how to prioritize our dimensions, how to open our dimensions. So what we will be doing, that we will start with GS1. From GS1, there should come one paragraph. For example, say history. Even in history, you can take any ancient, medieval, modern, world history. All is fine. So you relate your essay topic to that paragraph. Then you come to the second dimension of GS paper 1 only. For example, you say society. You relate your topic with the society. Similarly, in the third paragraph, you go for constitution. In fourth, you go for governance. Constitution is not limited to India, it can be world constitution as well. So I will talk about it, what I meant. Just have a little time with my talks and everything will be clear. Just for the timing, listen as it if I am giving some speech, but try to internalize the things the way I am saying. Then you coming to the third GS paper 3, you talk about science and economy, environment, science and technology. Then you come to GS paper 4, this is ethics. So by this way, if you say like in every paragraph, we will be having around in every paper we are having around 2-3 major topics, if not less than that. So with the fourth paper, we will be having around 8 paragraphs. And when you will start writing essay, you will find that these 8 paragraphs are not limited. So what you can do is over here, that whenever one paragraph comes, there comes the flip side or the extension. When I say flip side, it should also be there. I will talk about it. Do remind me in the last. So it's like if you write one paragraph, you will find another thought in that paragraph. So it's like when you are thinking about 8 paragraph, you indirectly will think about 16 paragraphs, because one paragraph will have 2 dimensions at least, or say it will give rise to another dimension. So this way you will be having around 16 paragraph. So by thinking this way, you will never feel that you are short of content. Perfectly fine. Again, moving forward in this direction. There is the word coherency. Can anyone tell me what is coherency? Anyone? Guys, speak. What is coherency?
So maybe it means connectedness.
Perfectly fine. If you will read about the guidelines of UPSC, it says that essay should be coherent. It should follow a flow. I told you about the flow. Now I am talking about coherence. As she said that it is about connecting something. Can anyone tell me what is coherency in essay? I just want one line answer, not explanation.
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, I think coherency means clarity.
Okay. Fine. Shikha says that relating one topic with another, fine. Anuruddha says interlinking. Yeah, both are correct. I'm saying how to check if your essay is coherent or not. All para should be linked with each other. Closer to the answer, Sakshi, closer to the answer. So specifying whatever Sakshi has written, that your last line of previous paragraph should be related to next line of first line of next paragraph. So last line of previous paragraph should be related to first line of next paragraph. Am I clear till now? You have any doubts? Guys, yes, no, type, say anything. Am I clear till now? Because see, after this, we will be having a live demonstration to write an essay, nothing else. Because essay writing is something that you learn with the time. Okay, fine. I got at least 4 or 5 responses in chat box. Thank you. Now, coming back to our topic. Now, what I want you guys to do is, now you know how to write introduction. See, I will not tell you how to write, because first you have to write. I said you have to create a story. You should look up to a story. Then you can cook up a story. I said you should know quotations. You should have a question bank of quotations. Basically, after this strategy session, your essay writing pre-work will start, so that by next 15-20 days, your pre-essay writing work ends, and by the starting of December or the last week of November, you guys should start writing essay as discussed. So what you have to do, whenever you read quotations, adages, what you find that they can be your linkers, connectors, or interlinkers. These three words I know. If you know more than this, you can like try for that as well. So what you have to do, suppose now I will be taking I will tell you this through demonstration only. Okay, this is clear. Now I will talk about the flip side. Guys, what is flip side of an essay? Can anyone tell me? No one. Fine. Guys, flip is ulta. We say na. Flip side means the side which is not shown. If this is your side, this is flip side. Another side of same coin, akka topic. Akka also known as. Thank you, Mohita. She has written whatever I have shown. Okay. So what we have to do, whatever statement is given, we have to contradict the statement. But for this portion, we will write very less, like only one paragraph, that too in the like as short as possible. And whenever you are going to write negative, then comes your ethical side. Like you not ask the negative side of that statement, but you wrote like not negative, but I will say opposite side of statement. Then through ethics is nothing but Gyan Ganga. Guys, again someone is unmute. Let me check just a minute. Green Horde. Okay, fine. Fine. So guys, flip side means you will write about the exactly opposite side of the statement. Afterwards, what you will do, you will come to Gyan Ganga, like that is ethics. You will teach ethics based on that statement. No, 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 no. However, like you will use a contrasting word like however, nevertheless. Then you will start your Gyan that no, no, this statement is correct in this way. Then with the ethical side, you will conclude after the ethics. So this was the model essay. Now I think Shikhar sir is there. Sandeshak sir, please, if you want to add on something, please add on. Else, I will be having a live demonstration.
Yes, Utkarsh sir. Sorry to cut you in between, but I'll take up from what Utkarsh sir has already told. Okay. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello. All right.
Yes.
So great. So Utkarsh sir has already told you about how do we begin an essay. So matlab he told you about the 3 different approaches. Okay. You could give an anecdote. You could define the topic. And again the third approach. तो उसके अलावा there is also different models जो उन्होंने body में बताया ना, तो body में उन्होंने बताया pestle approach. Pestle approach is कि you should go about the GS papers. GS1 के papers में what do we do in GS1 papers? We do art and culture, we do ancient history, we do medieval history, we do modern history, we do geography, we do society. Again, we also do world history. World history topics, world history examples are very good in essays. So you could always quote Nazi Germany, you could always quote the American Revolution, you can always go and quote the French Revolution, and even modern history examples. So even let's say in case of personality examples, when we quote personality examples, so we do read a lot of things in modern history in prelims. Okay, so you would read about Raja Ram Mohan Roy, you would read about Mahatma Gandhi, you would read about Dadabhai Naoroji, you would read so much about them. But essay is the best point where we can utilize these examples and utilize them in a manner where they are unique also. Okay, so Raja Ram Mohan Roy would be a very cliche example. Cliche in the sense that many people would know about them. But if you use them in a unique context, then they can be a sharp point where the examiner would think, okay, this person XYZ is thinking on this dimensions also. Maybe even the examiner is also not able to correlate on that dimensions. So Utkarsh had also talked about the cohesion of topics, and he had talked about your first points about being GS1, right? So GS1, in GS1, if you are able to quote very unique examples, and this will again come from modern history, this will again come from ancient history, this will again come from art and culture. This is why GS1 topics are very important. And again, when we come to more current affairs topics of GS1, let's say society. So society is something that gives you a number of facts. So when you are preparing for GS1 means, when you're preparing for society, you would be noting n number of committees, you would be noting n number of directive principles of state policy, DPSPs. Okay, so you would be able to utilize those DPSPs in those essays. Maybe in your GS answers they would go waste. Article 44, if there's no if there's no question on this common guidelines about different religions, then Article 44 would be of no use. But if you are able to uniquely utilize that in your essay, it would add value because you are giving a different dimension, even in terms of societal cohesion. Okay. So again, these different keywords, social reformer is something that you would not maybe use in your GS answers, but social reformer is a keyword where I would know if you're talking about, let's say, because I'm using this social reformer keyword because I was having a mentee discussion before, and I had explained in her essay that how Dadabhai Naoroji can be used or how Raja Ram Mohan Roy can be used. So social reformer is a keyword. If you use that those two terms, social reformer, those two words, you would skip those other 10 words and the examiner would know which context you are talking about. Am I being followed? Please reply in yes or no, at least.
Sir, can you please give an example?
Yeah. All right. This is why it needs to be an interactive session. So, okay. So let's say ki you are talking about a case about how education. I had given, all my mentees would know I had given 4 topics, right? 4 topics for essay. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Good. Yes. So, in those 4 topics, one of the topics was education without values, right? So, how people use their education along with the values, even if the values were not in sync with the society, right? Are you correlating? Let's say the case of CRPC 377. CRPC 377 is
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
transgender and LGBTQ. Right. So we are more educated that we realize that LGBTQ should be given their right to sexual orientation, right? Am I being followed?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely.
Yeah. So LGBTQs is something that that was sati in the time of Raja Ram Mohan Roy. That was around 1856, if I'm not wrong. So that was around that time. So sati was a prevalent practice. It was a common practice that if your husband or if your spouse has died, you are expected to be a sati, especially if you're from let's say Sir Raja Ram Mohan Roy was from a higher caste. This was more expected from the higher caste, and he introduced these changes. This was against his values, but this today, if you consider it, these are a part of values, right? So when Utkarsh sir was saying that you should look into the other dimension, you should look at the opposite side of the coin. Are you relating these things?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
When sir says ki if you should look at the other side of coins without going into the details, this is what he means. He means that you should look at the other side, that if a certain point can also be, maybe these things are not a part of our values today, but values are not they are not laid in stone. Okay, they have not been subscribed by a pen that broke its nib. They can be changed. A constitutional is also a living document. Constitutional is also one of the sources of our values. Most of you have studied ethics, right? Please respond in yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So if you've read ethics, so what are the sources of ethics? Please tell me the sources of ethics. All right. For those who are saying they have not read ethics, but just let me just give me a brief idea of what is ethics. How do you derive ethics?
So law of land.
मतलब जो हम लोग law of land. Okay. Another thing. All or give me more. What is ethics? What do you see as your values? What is something that what you see that it is my principle? All right. So someone has written family, society, constitutional laws. All right. This is a very comprehensive one. Give me more. Collective morality. So this is more of society or constitution. Honesty. Honesty is just one value, Disha. Give me more of what is ethics or values for you. Conscience. Okay. All right. So see values again. So see if you go through the charts, you would realize that most people have different attributes or different sources of values, right? So these different sources need to be reflected in your answers. So like I was discussing in the case of values, so some values you could be very, yeah, concepts of right and wrong. All right. Collective conscience. Yeah. So these values could be something you hold very dear to yourself. Also, these values could be something that you may not agree to right now, but over a period of time, you may agree to them, right? So the LGBTQ movement, there was a time which the countries that are saying that they are the most progressive right now, they were the ones who had given the right to vote to a woman at the most, even after India, at one of the very later stages, right? So when these countries criticize that Saudi Arabia does not give a women a right to drive, although they have given it right now, but when they criticize, they forget their own history. Are you following? Are you guys following?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, so values are not just, they are not laid in tombstone. They change over a period of time, right? So again, when we have to look at the other side, we have to criticize in a very constructive manner. When Utkarsh sir said ki you have to criticize, you have to look at the other dimension also, that there are certain negative things in a topic. Let's say let's say the topic is India is a progressing nation and we are the stars of 22nd century. Okay, this could be a very this could be a topic in the essay paper. But when you think of how India can be a star in the 22nd century, you have to write the positive aspects more. That okay, we have a demographic dividend. We are uh, we are we are a democratic society. We have all these advantages, but you also have to lay down that these are certain challenges, right? So essay is more of a wider GS answer. You also have to give certain points. So again, Utkarsh sir said ki the criticism may be very subtle. It can be in 2 paragraphs, but it has to be there because you are also thinking of a negative dimension. You are not imagining a very rosy picture. You are very practical in nature, right? Am I being followed? Please
Yes,
respond in
sir.
yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I would want more yeses and nos.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, please respond. Yeah.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Okay. So these are the things that we should focus upon. Okay. So now, from what Utkarsh sir said to what the actual things are. So again, Utkarsh sir had brilliantly pointed out ki what is the introduction. Again, in introduction, there are again different approaches. He has brilliantly pointed out the introduction approaches. In the main body, he has pointed out ki GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4. Again, when we think now, we are not able to because I mean, I have received a number of queries in of the nature that they are not able to generalized or at least collate the points key on what dimensions they have to think. So Utkarsh sir has given you a brilliant example. Ki just think of the different subjects that you have to prepare for different GS topics. So GS1, I have given you 4 examples. GS2, Utkarsh sir has also explained ki there is polity in terms of the constitution. There is governance in terms of the wider bodies in the constitution, that is executive, judiciary, and the legislative. And there is international relations. There are again PRIs, NGOs, SHGs. So this is GS2. GS3 is again economics. Economics is again different dimensions. It is about different sectors. It is about different stakeholders, be it the government, be it the industries, be it the labor unions, be it the employees, or be it the consumers. Okay. So different stakeholders. So stakeholders and again the different dimensions are intertwined in between. And similarly, in the case of environment, there are different international agencies, NGOs, SHGs who are working in that dimension. There are different countries. There are people also who are accountable. So again, all these are very intertwined. Again, in GS3, there is economics, environment, there is internal security, there is disaster management, and maybe I'm missing out on certain thing. So again, GS4 is also very important in essay ethics. So also maybe Utkarsh sir had missed out on this point. So even if your essay is from a, let's say, even if your optional is from a humanities dimension, so you can use your optional knowledge in your essay. So if you have collated certain data, if you have collated certain definitions, you can use those definitions in the essay. Okay, so this is something that will help you. So am I being followed now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please.
Yes,
respond.
sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So if you have any queries, this is the right time. Please ask your questions, ask your doubts. No one has any doubts. Hello, no one has any doubts.
No, sir, clear.
So,
Okay.
excuse me,
No,
sir.
sir.
Please.
Hello.
Okay. No doubts.
सर
Hello.
सर
Please
जो
ask.
हमें जो उसका कॉन्ट्ररी पॉइंट लिखना है, क्या सर हम हर पैराग्राफ के बाद भी उसको दे सकते हैं, फिर एंड में ही एक साथ ही इसको लिखा रहे?
देखो, अप्रोच में ना कोई ऐसी कमी नहीं होती है. आपका ऐसे किस तरह से रिफ्लेक्ट हो रहा है, दैट इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट. कि if you can give a contradictory point and if you can give a way forward at that moment, essay is more about flow. It's about a larger GS answer. Essay is about 125 marks. If you are making any factual errors, I will straight away deduct 10 marks. 10 marks is a 10 marker का question आता है GS में. ठीक है? If you are making too many factual errors, I would straight away deduct 10 marks that your knowledge base is incorrect. Right? Are you following me?
Shikhar sir, I would like to intervene. Shikhar sir, sorry, I would like to interrupt. So, AK, I will
please,
suggest,
Utkarsh sir, please
please
go ahead.
don't write. Okay, thank you. AK, what I will suggest, please don't write like negative after every paragraph, because it will give a very mixed signal to examiner, and you will make your essay topic quite complex. Because right now, what we are focusing in coherency is that you have to interrelate one paragraph to another. Then the topic will be like, you will just giving one dimension, then flip side, then you will relate your flip side back to the normal side, and you will relate that topic to the next paragraph. By this way, you will end up making things complicated, and the flow will be disturbed. And as Shikhar sir has said, that even a small mistake will cost you at least 5-10 marks. So I will suggest, please don't do it. Flip side, as I said, you can mention just in the last of your essay, that too before ethics, because in the ethics, whatever negative you have said, you can balance it out. Ethics is all about doing everything right. So through ethics, it is very easy go back to the conclusion and relating conclusion to the introduction. Fine. AK, is your doubt clear?
सर मैंने पूछा था सर, वो डाउट क्लियर हो गया सर.
Sorry, Paris. Okay, Paris. Okay. Sorry again. Shikhar sir, you would like to add something else? Else, there are some queries that I can address in live demonstration. Yes,
No,
Shubham. Yes, Shubham. Please.
address the queries, sir.
Okay. Shubham, speak, please. Shubham, I have read your comments. If you want to say the same, don't worry. I will be coming to that topic. Don't worry at all. I will be having a live demonstration of essay. Like, I will be taking 20-25 minutes of yours. So no worries. Like, okay, sir, how to collect fodder material? I'm coming to this point only, Sakshi. I will be discussing this only. So guys, for the fodder material, as Akshay said, I will be giving you certain like what I say headings. There you can search for quotations. You can try to make introduction over the topics. You can try to make conclusion over the topics. See, this essay series will continue. Okay, because essay is something that you will learn time to time. Since we are about to have a session of essays, which you will be getting access, but only after the mains candidates are in. Then, due to the 100 participant limit of the Zoom, in your Zoom, like in your groups, this link will be shared. I wanted to have this session before that session, just make sure that when you attend those sessions, some of you or all of you, so that you should have an idea how to go forward or how to move forward. Fine. So for the fodder means, first of all, for example, there is a politics related or say GS2 related essay. If you will ask me how to like accumulate fodder, what I will say, just read preamble. There are multiple words in the preamble. For example, secular. You just type in the like Google quotes on secularism. You will find certain number of quotes. You note only 3. Those 3 quotes should be small, should be easy to understand, and if possible, if you can remember the name who has said the quote, note it down. Similarly, again comes the term in the preamble, socialist. You can mention the same. Again, there comes democratic. You can have 3 quotes for the same. Similarly, republic is there. Okay, justice is there, equity is there, equality is there, fraternity is there, diversity is there. So I gave you example. For example, you go for education. Type quotes in education, quotes on women, quotes on women empowerment, quotes on gender. By this way, like I will be giving you topics, don't you worry. But you have to search quotations on your own because we don't believe in spoon feeding. So what you guys will be having at least 30-60 quotations at your disposal. Then have faith on those 30-60 quotations. Don't go anywhere else. Use the same quotations again and again. For example, you might type that quotation which is relating economy to environment or environment to economy. Science and technology quotes, you will find that science is evil, science is double-edged sword, something like this. Note it down. These quotations will be your linkers. Sometimes you will find hard to interrelate science and technology and say ethics. When you say science, technology, ethics quotes, you will find 1 or 2 quotes. See if you can relate. You will be using these quotes only as a linker that will bring your coherency in your essay. Sakshi, am I clear with the fodder? Because once you have the quotations at your disposal, then I think you can understand the concept. Even if you don't have to mention the quotations, you will be having some concepts. Sakshi, am I clear? Perfectly fine. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you don't have to limit to the quotations. Sometimes see, people say essay is all about data. Essay is also about data, but it's not all about data. So don't make it just theory oriented, current affairs oriented. Have rightful mix of each and everything. And what will be the rightful? It will come when you start practicing. Fine. Now moving to the last agenda of our meeting, and this is going to be a little interesting. So I am giving a topic in the chat box. Okay, wait a minute. So Shubham, I hope this will answer your query as well. Yes, everyone please see the chat box. Fine, I'm stopping recording and I want you guys to think about the introduction, and I will be giving you 5 minutes only. Sorry, not 5 minutes, but 3 minutes only. You have to just think. You don't have to write. Just think of it and write in your notes or something. If you want to write, just explain me if you have any idea. I will ask. Okay, I'm recording this topic for the time. So sorry. So guys, what I wanted to say, as I stopped the recording, I am repeating the point. We have to put focus on our idea first, then we have to make our fact, that is quantity, to prove it. For example, we can directly say that stone pelters are pelting stones at our army personnel at rupees 500 temptation, or for rupees 500 temptation. But when I say what approach we have to follow in essay, that we have to use flowery language, or we have to put our idea first behind the fact, is that our essay should be like this. Had it been employment opportunities in the hands of youth, instead of being a stone pelter, he would have been a taxpayer. And against, he was not, he would not have been against our army personnel, but he would have been at their back through his taxes, through his money. Okay. Paki, you are no, sir. Paki, any issue?
Yes, sir, with the
Paki.
intro of Shubham, sir. First line
Okay,
mentioned.
so it is like that Paki, Buddha has said that sophisticated, like word is very complex because of sophistications only, because we are trying to think so many things. So if we keep everything simple, then word is not full of miseries, but it is a place where we can enjoy. So it is something like, if I'm not, it is about middle path. We don't have to go at any extreme, but we have to attain a middle path. Am I clear?
Yes, sir. Yeah. I was saying that he started with when the society was divided. So I don't think it's a good intro when the society was divided.
No, don't take it as a intro, but take it as idea for intro. Like if I start taking every statement as intro, to be very frank, none of the intros are good.
Okay, fine.
So it's just an idea for intro for me. So one of the questions were like, sir, what would be your introduction for the topic? See, like I'm quite good with anecdote mode. So what I would have done, I would have thought about anecdotes. So it's my nature, whenever I see word like simplicity, innocence, I will try to relate it with child, because children are simple to understand. They don't want to share their chocolate with you. They will refuse. Unlike us elders, we will play diplomatic. No, our chocolate is like polluted, we cannot share. Children will directly say no. So what I will start, I will start with an anecdote where child is, for example, refusing to share his chocolate. Then in the very first paragraph, if you tell me that, I will start with the sharing of technology in the first by the first word during the Industrial Revolution. I will start over there. Then I will come to the society. How? Okay. So thank you for asking this question. We will wind up this session after this 5-7 minutes. So if you ask me how I will be go about this, how I will be going about this essay, I will take the example of child. I'm not giving you proper introduction, but idea. So introduction will be like, child is refusing to share chocolate, and that is the simplicity of child, and that brings a smile to his faces. Sophisticated things will not be able to bring the same smile on the face of elders or even a child, but simplicity in his behavior can bring. Okay, so with this I will start like how the first word refused to share technology, and then I will come to society part, GS paper 1 only, that how it increased in inequities. On the one hand, its industrial revolution made Western countries more richer and other more poor. Then suppose I go to GS paper 2. Okay, I will giving just one idea only. So what I will do at GS paper 2, okay, I have to think about the constitution. So inequities and simplicity, see. Okay, so see, our constitution, unlike the constitution maker of the world, Indian constitution maker, visionary. They made our constitution simple and better than many sophisticated constitution, just by ensuring amendability that we can amend anytime. So they make the constitution simple. It's not rigid. Simple is something which is easy to understand, easy to do. अरे ये तो बहुत simple work है, मैं कर देता हूँ. So this is the way. So when it comes to governance, what I will do in governance, suppose I will take another simplicity point, like e-governance has simplified the things. Okay, so people say that it is a sophistication of technology. No, it is not, but simplification of technology. It's better than the computerization. Computerization was sophistication of technology, but e-governance is not the computerization. When you come to economy part, how simplicity is good. UPI, it has made your life simple. So if not this environment, you can say people like simple beauty. We go to mountains and all. Why? Because simplicity, serenity of things. You relate, then you come to ethics. So was I able to at least give you an idea how to go about the dimensions? Because we will be practicing essay, we will be discussing it in the upcoming sessions. I don't want to give all the gyan in this session only. Fine. So there are some questions. Let me tell. So one more intro when society was divided, it is being done. Ankita asks, like, please tell me through story in the introduction and what should be the second para after that. Ankita, I hope now your question is quite clear. I gave an example over here. So guys, this was it. Now coming to the most important part, some of you will be allowed to have access of essay sessions that is going to be conducted, because we are limited with the number of seats over there. Okay, so you will always be getting recording, but some of you can attend live as well, because once the mains candidates are there, we will share the links in your batches as well. Fine, that is free access to all of you. We won't be charging anything from you guys, because you are our integrated batch students. So first of all, let me stop the recording.